I'm here at the Mini Wargaming Bunker, and this weekend we are playing Warhammer Fantasy 8th Edition. Let's dive into the tournament in review. So a lot of you know how I do the tournament reviews for 40K. We go over the list, we go to an event, I play games, I tell you what I learned. This time, excited about the Old World, new release from Warhammer Games Workshop. We're gonna go to an event, or I'm gonna go to an event here at the Mini Wargaming Bunker, and I'm gonna play 5 games, 2,500 points, with one of the worst armies, keeping the theme that 8th edition saw, the mighty Tomb Kings. So let's go over the list, and then we'll go to the event. And here we have it in all its glory. The Tomb Kings. This army is one of my favorite Warhammer Fantasy armies. I absolutely love it. It is so cool. So I decided I wanted to take an army with a little bit of everything, but some of the classics that I really enjoyed from back in the day. Now, my army is still in the studio, so huge shout out to Steve of the Mountain for letting me use the collection that he has here at the studio. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So let's go over the list and the unit choices that I took. Now, 8th edition is not a balanced game, fantasy at all, so we're just going to have fun. This entire event was comped with like a Swedish comp point system, and mine was a +4, which means that it was not like crazy competitive. It was more like designed for like fun, right? So I have a Tomb Prince, I have General Queen Khalida, and I just have a level 2 wizard with a Dispel Scroll. That's it, with the Lore of Nehekara. Now, Tomb Kings, he's my Hierophant, so if he dies, bad things happen to my army. Then I have a unit of 3 Ushabti, 2 Tomb Scorpions, which are incredible, a Casket of Souls, and a Screaming Skull Catapult, which is like an artillery contingent, 2 big bricks of 28 Skeleton Warriors, 1 big unit of 29 Tomb Guard, 2 units of Horse Archers, and of course, the 50 Bowmen, which go with Khalida, because she buffs them. A little unit of Tomb Swarms and 1 unit of Carrion. It's technically 3 models, but we can't find the other 2. So the list itself is 1 big brick of Archers, counter-charging Tomb Guard or something you can push forward, and then these are just road bricks that you put in front of stuff and stop them from really like flanking you or whatever. Then use the Tomb Swarms and the Scorpions to get in the way of big killy enemy units, and the Ushabti can be used to like go hunt war machines in the back or kind of like try and flank charge and get some distance. The Casket, great for magic support. Also, people are terrified of it. And all in all, it's got a little bit of everything, which is my way of doing it. And there you have it, folks. I'm really excited about this. It's going to be a good time. Let me know what you think in the description down below, and which was your favorite army from Warhammer Fantasy. Okay, let's go to the event. Play 5 rounds, and we'll come back, and I'll talk about the list, what I learned, and what I hope for in the new edition. Well, the new game, the Old World, that will be coming out soon. And I'm here at the Square Base GT with all the Square Basers. There you go. It's Warhammer Fantasy weekend time.
I got to hang out with some A-list celebrities this weekend, which was great. So I had a fun time playing games and hanging out with really cool people all weekend long.
And it's round number 1, playing against Bretonnians. That is the most awesome of awesomes. I ended up, they all sat down to pray at the eve of battle, which allowed me to choose to go first. And then I just nuked a unit of Pegasus Knights with the Khalida brick, which was awesome. I also panicked a bunch of skirmishes on the flank. This is so fun. Look, it's like just square base goodness everywhere. It's fantastic. Okay, I'll come back at the end of the round and see how it goes. Okay, and round number 1, I did end up losing against Bretonnians because I silly charged my Hierophant into a big brick and then it crumbled to death, which then led to the destruction of most of my army. Heroes of the hour were my Tomb Guard that literally held out against the Rel Knights, the Grail Knights, and a flanking peasant charge. It was fantastic. That Tomb Prince and his Tomb Guard just held the line. Still lost 16-4 on a differential, kind of like WTC style. And I'm looking forward to round number 2. I got to play against Dark Elves. Okay, round number 2, playing against Dark Elves. I ended up winning the roll to go first, and then Khalida's Archers nuked a whole unit, panicked a Hydra and a Charybdis. The Charybdis needs to rally or it's going to run off the board, which is crazy. Oh, we're going to see. Oh, we're going to roll it. Oh, he's fine. Even gets a reroll thanks to the VSB nearby. But this little Doombolt unit has like 5 heroes up front, which makes it very hard to kill. So that's going to be a pain in the butt. But other than that, okay, wish me luck. It is the taking the hill, so we're trying to get the middle of the board here and have basically like banners and generals and stuff in the middle. As you can tell, I'm just crushed. I'm trying to get into the middle here. Okay, end of the game. I did end up losing this. 12-8. It was very close at the end. Khalida did go down right at the end, trying to hold her own, but that did mean that the game was flipped. But until that point, it was very much a Tomb King game. Okay, so with that, that is on to round number 3 and the end of turn number 4. And end of the first day. Not too bad considering Dark Elves are one of the best armies in the game. And I was playing Tomb Kings, so very excited about the result. And round number 3, I get to play Skaven. That's right, Skaven are going first. They're rushing at me. In this mission, one of our characters has a secret message, and we get extra points if we murder it. Well, our opponents, if we murder our opponent's messenger. We don't know who it is, though. It's secretly picked. And yeah, so let's see how this looks. This is really cool. I get to actually play on a desert. Fun times.
And that's the end of round number 3. I ended up winning that game. Yeah, I ended up killing all the Skaven. And now I'm on to round number 4, and I get to play the good old Dwarves. Like actual, legit Dwarves. So cool.
Okay, so I get to play on the Discord, the patron Discord, Harborn, who came all the way down from Nova Scotia?
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick. Well, East Coast. They're all the best coast because it's East Coast. They drove 16 hours to come to this event. There's a whole van full of them. And so Dwarfs, Tomb Kings. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I'm looking forward to it. Look, little castle, lots of war machines and stuff. You came to the desert, you messed with the bones. That's the end of the game. It was a 13 to the Tomb Kings, 7 on the differential. So I won by like 700 victory points. That one cannon in the back, MVP. And this banner guy right here fighting all of these Tomb Guard. Little MVP as well that didn't die to the Ushati right at the end to keep the fortitude points, which is basically keeping your banners up and around, which denied 500 victory points. What a great game. Archers, once again, machine guns of the Wild West. That Khalida unit, hilariously awesome in the right matchup when the magic goes off. And also, Casket, attacking, leadership 10 rerollable dwarves, did 2 damage all game. Okay. Good job. Thanks a lot, Harbour. That was really fun. And let's go to the final round of the event. Our round number 5, I'm playing into Empire. I was going to say Imperium. Empire! Bunch of knights. Look, knights. Demigryph Knights, Steam Tank. Everything has a crazy armor save. And they're going first. So they're gonna get real close. Uh-oh. This might be a very fast game, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless. Okay, so end of the game. I lost by like 300 points. Well, 300 points victory difference, which is an 11-9. So they did win. It was my Tomb Guard held out longer than it could, and the MVP was a little scorpion that literally held up an entire block of Reichsguard Knights or whatever, Sun Guard or what they're called. Inner Circle Knights by himself, only to then get flank charged and murdered by a little tiny skirmish unit. Now, my big mistake was when the first turn I shot at the big Griffin Knights, I should have shot at the little skirmishy Knights. Even though I would have killed one, and that would have been better. Because I just ignored the big Griffin Knights and put little stuff in the middle, which was great. Anyway, that was a really fun game. So, end of the match, I lost 3 games and won 2. I feel like I could have won the Dark Elf one, and this one was really, really close as well. So, all in all, let's go back to the studio, and this is the studio in Mini Wargaming. Yeah. And let's go over the list and what I thought and what I hope will happen in the old world. And we're back. Okay, so I went 2 wins and 3 losses, which was awesome, actually, because I haven't played this game in like 8 years. So let's go over the things that I liked, the things that I didn't like, and changes that I would have made. Okay, things that I like. Casket, awesome. Scorpions, awesome. Ushapti, they were okay. Khalida and Archers was something I never got to try many years ago, but they are awesome as well. Love the Tomb Swords. They were really cool too. Tomb Guard and Tomb Prince, very solid choice. I wouldn't go home without them. And the Horse archers are just an absolute take. Now, if you take the archers, you take Khalida, that combo worked very, very well. It felt like I was playing Warhammer 40,000 with like a million dice rolled at the same time, poison, all that stuff. But as soon as they got tagged, it just went downhill. So you have to be careful, put stuff in front, and not let them get into close combat. So what did I learn? So number one, I didn't need musicians on my bowmen, because they can't flee and then rally like normal fast cavalry. That's just a mistake, so I could have saved some points there. These 2 units of skeletons should have been, instead of 28, should have been 30 or 40. I would say 40 minimum in 8th edition to really be able to hold the line for like a couple of turns, because as you lose combat, you crumble, and so a lot of them just get wiped out. But they're cheap enough that you could have run them in big bricks. The King Khalida was great. I like that. Having just the 1 cost, it was fine. I didn't feel like it was anything crazy, and I didn't feel like I needed it. The Carrion were incredible. The Scorpions were incredible. So the whole list was really good. It's really just the Ushabti and like the sizes of units. I would have loved to maybe take a larger brick of Tomb Guard so they would have held out a little longer, and then a larger unit of them to be able to use them more proactively. And another thing, I feel I could have just taken a small unit of 10 to act as like what we call a bunker for my coster that you could kind of sit beside. Because I was either putting him in one of these, but I shouldn't have, or that, or this. And that was terrible because it really put him in harm's way. And that's not a good thing for the Hierophant. All in all, I had a blast. I felt like a child playing a game from many, many years ago. It was really fun, and I cannot wait to do it again. Yeah, so the Old World is coming out, and I'm really excited for Tomb Kings. They previewed some of the models, and the dragon on a bone, the Tomb King on Bone Dragon is like the most exciting thing I want to see, and I want to paint it, and I want to collect it, and I'm really looking forward. I hope that they keep some of the mechanics, like they've been doing some pre-releases of like how they're going to do movement and how they're going to do the phases. So I cannot wait to see some of the cool magic items and stuff they're going to be using in the actual new game as well. So with that, we're going to round it off. Thanks all for watching. If you like these videos, make sure to leave a comment, like it, share it with your friends, and let me know what you're most excited about in the Old World. A huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom none of this is possible. So thank you so much. The link to that is in the description, and there's a bonus Discord and an awesome Denizen community that is a part of it. The Dark Kin or Bones. Bye, everybody.